Happy Wednesdays, firsties. Today is our last day, and Judy Moody was in a mood and not a good mood. So I want us to stop and think and summarize and say everything that's happened so far in Judy Moody, beginning up until now. So I'm going to talk across my fingers and try that, and you do it with me. See if you agree. Am I leaving any parts out? Did I put a part in that maybe I didn't need to? But let's just see if we do it together, if we say the same thing. Judy Moody was not looking forward to starting school and going into 3rd grade. Judy Moody was sitting next to Frank Pearl. She didn't like Frank Pearl. Judy Moody didn't know what she was going to do for her me collage. Then she came up with some ideas for her me collage. Judy Moody was jealous that her brother Stink was going to the White House and she wasn't going to be able to go. And now here we are, and she finally finishes her me collage, and there's this big purple stain on it. And instead of freaking out, Judy Moody says she can use it and makes something positive happen. So she started over here in a really bad mood, didn't want to go to 3rd grade, didn't have a shirt that said where somewhere she went cool over the summer, didn't like sitting next to Frank, didn't have a pet other than Mouse, her boring old cat, got a pet, which wasn't an animal but a plant, named it Jaws, right? Kind of got stuck going to Frank's birthday party, ended up being the only girl there. There's a secret club. Now, my last thing that I'm wondering is, are they going to let Frank in that secret club? Because from all the things that happened, Judy didn't really like Frank in the beginning, didn't really like 3rd grade in the beginning. Seems like she started liking Mr. Todd, she started liking Frank, and now, what do we predict is going to happen at the end of this story? How her mood changed. Isabel has a prediction for us.
In the last chapter, on the All About Me thing, he said that he didn't have a club. Like, that was the only thing not filled out. So I was thinking, maybe they'll let him in so then he could fill out his thing.
All right, let's read on and find out. Band-Aids and ice cream. When Judy got back to class, she put on her doctor coat, walked to the front of the room, and held her me collage high. She stood tall, as if her brother had not nearly ruined her masterpiece with jungle juice. She tried to look like a person who would grow up to be a doctor and make the world a better place. A person who could turn a bad mood right around. Judy told herself and her family, including the time Stink sold moon dust, which explained why her brother was a piece of dirt. She traced the outline of Virginia with her finger to show where she lived. She talked about Rocky, her best friend, and Frank, her new friend. She pointed to a paste jar lid taped to the corner and told the class that Frank ate paste for a dare once. "Is that Jaws?" asked Brad, "the thing that eats bugs?" "Yes," said Judy. "Even though I have a cat, Jaws is my favorite pet. When I grow up and become a doctor, I want to move to the rainforest and search for medicines in rare plants that could cure yucky diseases." Judy pointed out the pizza table for Mr. Todd and other stuff she collected for hobbies. She told the class that she was a member of the TP club, but that she couldn't tell them what TP stood for. This is a picture my parents took of Stink standing outside the White House in his flag costume. And she explained why it was the worst thing that ever happened to her. Everybody's favorite part of her collage was when she showed the doll hand coming out of a magazine toilet. So Judy told them about how the worst thing ever turned into the funniest thing ever. And there's what her me collage looks like. Any questions, she asked the class. "Who's the old lady?" asked Frank. Judy explained that Elizabeth Blackwell, first woman doctor, and then gave a demonstration of her doctor skills. She put Rocky's arm in a sling and wrapped bandages around Frank's knee. She pulled out her pretend blood and used How to Get Better to show how to apply Band-Aids. "That's it, me, Judy Moody." "Great job, Judy," said Mr. Todd. "Class, any comments?" "I like how you painted Virginia in the middle of your collage to show where you live," said Jessica Finch, "instead of just using a picture of your house." "Those tattoo Band-Aids are the coolest," said Dylan. "I have a blister. Can I have one?" "I have a hangnail. I have a paper cut. I have a mosquito bite." Before Judy knew it, everybody in the whole class was wearing tattoo Band-Aids. "Judy Moody, you're a mover and a shaker," said Mr. Todd. "I am?" asked Judy. "What's that mean?" Mr. Todd laughed. Let's just say it means you have imagination. What had almost become a bad mood Friday had turned into a very fine day. And it wasn't over yet. When she walked out to get the bus that afternoon, Mom and Dad were waiting to take Judy and Stink for ice cream at Screamin' Mimi's. I'm getting that blue ice cream rainforest mist like you guys always do. Stink jumped up and down holding his pocket with the toad. Did your teacher like Toady? Judy asked. Yes, but she was almost in the Toad Pea Club, said Stink. Judy cracked up. Mom, Dad, can I ask Rocky and Frank to come too? That's a great idea, Mom said. Outside Screamin' Mimi's, Judy licked her rainforest mist scoop on top of chocolate mud, her favorite. She was in her best Judy Moody mood ever. Stink took Toady out of his pocket and set him on the picnic table. Toady hopped toward a blue drip from Rocky's ice cream cone. Toady likes rainforest mist, said Rocky. Hey, Frank, asked Judy, when are you going to finish your me collage? Mr. Todd said I could bring it in on Monday. You're not done yet, asked Rocky. I still don't have anything for clubs. The dictionary says a club is 3 or more people. Judy looked at Rocky. Rocky looked at Stink. Stink looked at Judy. All 3 of them looked at Frank. If you pick up Toady right now, you can be in a club, said Judy. Really, asked Frank. Really and truly, said Judy and Rocky at the same time. Frank crinkled his nose. I don't get it. Rocky laughed. You will. Frank scooped up Toady with one hand. Use both hands, said Judy. Like this, said Rocky, cupping his hands. Just hold him a minute, said Stink. I still don't get it, said Frank. Oh, you'll get it, said Judy, Rocky, and Stink. A second later, Frank felt something warm and wet in his hand. He crossed his eyes, and they all fell down laughing. And that's the end. Think about how Judy was in the beginning of the story and all the things that happened to her and how she changed at the end of the story. All right, so today when you read, one more raindrop for April, okay? And think about your characters. Think about how they're changing, if they're changing, and what's making them change. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.